Hi guys, 18 Dap here and welcome to the latest matchday preview on the channel. It's for League 2 football this week and it's AFC Wimbledon versus Doncaster Rovers. Let's get the video started.
So guys, welcome to the latest matchday preview, Wimbledon versus Doncaster Rovers in League 2. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for supporting the channel and continue to do so. It means a great deal to me. If this video has brought you to the channel and you're new, then welcome. Please consider clicking subscribe if you enjoy this sort of content and stick around for more content in the future. And if you are new, this is a format that we go through match previews, look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words about, and then I choose the opponent's one to watch. But as I always say, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that should be part of the conversation, get them in the chat down below in the comments. And then we'll finish the video with three predictions: the predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, the predictions league table that me and the family do for every single league game, and then the score prediction, the all important score prediction at the very end. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Donny and Wimbledon not faced off too many times in our history since Wimbledon were reformed. Only 15 occasions and it is dead level, 5 wins each and 5 draws in there as well. Drilling down into more recent 5, again, Donny probably just had the edge on this one. 2 draws back in 2022, 1 in League 1 and then 1 in League 2, both away from home. You know what, I'd take a draw at this point, I think, tomorrow. And then the return fixture at home in the 2022-23 season saw Rovers run out 2-1 winners there. And then we shared the spoils in last season, 2023-24, with a 2-0 away defeat and a 1-0 home win. So yeah, not much to split the two teams historically, or in recent history anyway. So it's a tough one to call tomorrow. On to current form as well. It's a tough one to call because we've both been a little hit and miss. You look at that: a draw, a win in extra time for Donny, another win, a draw and a defeat in our last 2. Wimbledon, a win, a defeat, a draw, a win, a defeat. So if that's the pattern, looks like it might be a draw tomorrow. For Rovers though, another frustrating result at home last time out in the league, and then another frustrating result with a defeat at home midweek, and that stretches our winless run at home on home soil to 6 games, going back all the way to the 1-0 win over Barrow on October the 1st. So not very good at home, but luckily our away form is strong, so hopefully with this game being away, who knows, it might be a win. We were dumped out of the Football League Trophy midweek as well by Darren Moore's Port Vale. Disappointed not to go deeper in that tournament, but it's very cliche, but now we can focus on the league and hopefully improving the home form that's stuttering at the minute. But yeah, I think that's the focus. We need to focus on the league. The aim is top 3. Our home form needs to improve. We have got a slight distraction of the FA Cup third round against Hull at Hull in January, but we've got a lot of games between now and that fixture, so I think this period of the season will really tell us where we're going to be come the end of it. And yeah, I think 3 out of 5 games are away from home now, so yeah, I'm slightly more confident with us not being on home soil. For Wimbledon though, Donny, as I mentioned, we do have a decent away record. I think they'll be coming into this one with quite a bit of confidence. They've only let 8 goals in on their own patch, so a very good defensive unit and well organised squad. So yeah, I think they'll come in with plenty of confidence, and the matching Donny's away points per game with their home points per game at 1.89, so it's definitely a tough place to go, the winning points for sure on home soil. They're a lot more free scoring than us at home as well in comparison to Donny. Wimbledon scored 19 goals on their home patch, whereas Donny have only netted 12 at the Eco Power. So yeah, it's going to be a tough fixture. They have stumbled at the same stage as us in the Football League Trophy midweek as well. They lost 2-0 at Colchester, so no kind of advantage with games played midweek and stuff. Both of us probably disappointed not to go further in that tournament. But yeah, Wimbledon's sole focus now is the league because they lost at home to Dagenham and Redbridge in the FA Cup second round as well. So yeah, purely focused on the league. They're in a good position. They've just broken into the top 6, and I think they'll be well set to stay in there and if not push on a little bit further as the season goes on. On to play profile for this one, I've gone with George Broadbent, 24-year-old midfielder. For me, it's been a bit hit and miss since he joined from Sheffield United in 2023. His first season in red and white hoops, didn't really set the world alight. 5 assists in 43 appearances. I don't know, I expected a little bit more in terms of kind of contributions towards goals, but I think he's looked decent alongside Owen Bailey this season. In the games that he's played, he's shown his capabilities last weekend with a great strike to get us back in the game against Cheltenham, and maybe Grant's just finding his best position and how he performs best tactically, and we're starting to see the best of George Broadbent, and hopefully we get to see a few more assured performances, more goal contributions, and as the season progresses, and we'll see the George that I think I'm not alone in saying a lot of people were excited when we signed him. So yeah, I think we're seeing glimpses of it. Hopefully it continues, and obviously we see more of it as the season goes. On to the opponents one to watch. So as I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than I do, so if there's somebody else that should be part of the conversation, get them in the comments down below. But I've gone with Wimbledon's top scorer at the moment, Matty Stevens, and Matty Stevens has got more goals than our 2 strikers put together. Sharp and Ironside have got 13 between them. Matty Stevens has scored 14 on his own. Very, very good striker. 26 years old, centre forward, and he's got bags and bags of ability and experience in this division. A lot of League 2 football, 234 appearances, 77 goals, 12 assists in his career. I think for me, if he gets a sniff at goal, he's going to find the back of the net. So our defence, whoever's in it, has got to be well on their game. Jay McGrath probably will be in that back line. Is going to have an afternoon keeping Matty Stevens quiet. He's big, he's strong, holds the ball up well, and can obviously find the back of the net, which is what you want in a striker at this level for sure. So yeah, Matty Stevens, one to watch for Wimbledon tomorrow. On to the predicted team lineup. So this is thanks to FanHub. If you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. And I have stuck with the same formation as I did last time, but personnel changed around a little bit. I think we look good at Fleetwood with 2 up top, and I think we've got to try and use that to score a few more goals and get more points on the board. So I've gone Sharman Lowe in goal, a back 3 of Olowu, Anderson and McGrath, midfield 4 of Molyneux, Bailey, Broadbent, Maxwell. I'm not sure if he's injured. I'm sure he came off on Saturday, but I've not heard anything or read anything about his injury, so possibly have him at left back / left midfield, with Kyle Hurst as kind of the centre attacking midfield, with Billy Sharp and Joe Ironside up front. And yeah, hopefully that's enough to get us 3 points at a very tough fixture. Onto the Predictions League table now. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. If we get it spot on, it's 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game right but not the scoreline, it's 1 point. Completely wrong, it's no points. And my dad was spot on with his Desmond 2-2 against Cheltenham, so that pulls him up to 11 points. I realised I'd missed a few points, so Chris is now on 15, I'm on 13, Max is on 13, and my dad is on 11, so extremely tight at this stage of the season. And that takes me on to the all-important score prediction. So if that David and the chat are watching this, I'm expecting a little bit of hammer from this. Although I've said that our away form is good or better than our home form, I think Wimbledon are strong, looking confident on their own patch, and I think they will just beat us again. Don't like predicting us to lose. I want us to win every single game, but you've got to predict with your head and not your heart. I do think it's going to be tight, but it'd be a very Doncaster thing to have a frustrating couple of games at home and then go to Wimbledon and win. But I'm going to go with my head and not my heart. It's going to be a 2-1 to Wimbledon. Hope I'm wrong. And that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up for us please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.